Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ziploc, aka Victor. I'm here to talk about the subject Disney buys Marvel. I have to come back and about this subject because it's pissed a lot of people off, and I'm seeing some real hate come from this. Like, people are just cursing each other out, and it's getting out of hand. And it's gotten to the point where I'm getting private messages, and you know what? It's starting to piss me off. So let's talk about this. Now, first and foremost, Marvel and Disney are both businesses. Okay, at the core of it, they are a business. What this was a profitable business transaction. Okay, they bought Disney, one of the biggest companies in the world, bought Marvel, another big giant. Now, what this could possibly mean is more exposure for Marvel. Now, I know you're asking the question, well, Marvel already has enough exposure. Well, Marvel has 5,000 characters, right? How many of you knew Marvel had 5,000 characters before that? Seriously. How many of you can name 5,000 Marvel characters off the top of your head? I can probably name about a good 200 to 300. That's about it. 5,000 characters, and we only know like at least 200 to 300, like I said. And that's a problem. That is a problem. If you got that many characters and we don't know that many, that's a problem. Now, let's talk about the other problems that's been going on with Marvel lately that I haven't been liking. Joe Quesada. Joe Quesada, I don't like that guy. Okay? I do not like Joe Quesada. Not as a business person over Marvel, I don't like what he's been doing at Marvel. That One More Day bullshit with Spider-Man, he pushed my buttons right there. A lot of people's buttons got pushed. And then they killed off Captain America, and now they're bringing him back. That right there is also pissed me off. And then he goes and he's canceling books. You guys know that the writer of Thor, JMS, is leaving Thor, right? He's going to write I think he's going over to DC to write Brave and the Bold, because he cannot keep up with these big events that Marvel are doing. Dark Reign and Secret Invasion and all this other stuff they've got going on. I think Marvel was even talking about doing something after Dark Reign. And a lot of people are like, well, if you're a Marvel fan, you should love what they're doing. They're doing something different. Well, here's the thing. My Marvel heroes that I look up to, they have not been heroes lately, okay? To me. They've been writing them where the bad guys have been going around killing people and stuff like that. And where's the good guys are just getting their ass handed to them. Where are my heroes at? Where's Spider-Man kicking, Norman Osborn's ass? He should be owning them. 5,000 Marvel characters, and most of them are good guys. They should be able to own the fuck out of them. Come on now. Think about that for a minute. Another thing I got was, you're just more of a DC fan. You're not a real Marvel fan. Bullshit. Listen, I'm a fan of comic books in general. I read from both Marvel and DC. I read from Image. I read from Dark Horse. I read from IDW. I read from Wildstorm. I read from Vertigo. I can go on and on about that. And yes, I do love Marvel characters. I do love Marvel. But the stuff they've been pulling lately has been pissing me off. And I'm sure it's pissed a lot of other people off too. And I just want to get that off my chest. Now, Disney buying up Marvel. Does this mean that the comics are going to be affected? Most likely not. Joe Quesada has done some really stupid stuff like, okay, you can have violence in the comics, but the characters can't smoke. Okay? That's kind of stupid if you think about it. Okay, you can have blood and guts in X-Force, but you can't have them smoking. That's one of Wolverine's trademarks. Wolverine is a smoker. Gambit used to smoke. He don't smoke anymore. Come on now. That's real stupid if you ask me. I think I brought this up before. Now, WB owns DC. Now, we don't see the characters like, I'm going to just say, Bugs Bunny and Batman teaming up to fight the Joker and, I don't know, some other Looney Tune character. No, we don't see that. The comics in DC have been great lately in the past 4 years since Jeff Johns and Grant Morrison and all these other people came in, and they've made the comics more adult-like for DC. And while I'm on the subject, the DC cartoons, the animated ones, ever since Justice League Unlimited, it's been great. You got Wonder Woman, you got the Green Lantern movie, First Flight just came out. They're coming out with the Batman Superman cartoon. Man, DC's been on a roll with their animated stuff, man. You can't tell me that. And Marvel has not. Come on. Iron Man Animated Adventures, Wolverine and X-Men. Come on, compare that to the 90s ones. Spectacular Spider-Man. Come on, compare that to the 90s cartoon. It's not even a contest. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. Come on now. What else? And that doesn't mean we're gonna see Hannah Montana and all this other dumb stuff in Iron Man and stuff like that. I don't even think they can do that. When you buy a company, it doesn't just happen overnight. Like my friend, the Mount Vernon kid, said, it doesn't happen overnight. Okay? They can't just go and just say, hey, okay, for the next Iron Man movie, I don't want guns in there at all, so you're gonna have to take the guns off War Machine. No, they can't do that shit. And they probably won't do that shit for Marvel for their upcoming projects, because that's bad. That's bad media. That's just bad press. You can't just buy a company up and just completely change it like that. The comics, that will be fucking atrocious for Disney. That will be what, if they did that, if they affected the comics like that and made them kiddie, I guarantee you Disney will go out of business. That'll be the end of Disney. No doubt. No doubt about it. So for all you people who are taking this out of hand and cursing each other out and all this other bullshit, it's gotta stop. Y'all gotta do your research. Go on the internet and do your research. Don't jump to conclusions like I said in my other video, because that's what a lot of y'all are doing. A lot of you are not looking at the pros and the cons of the situation, like a lot of my friends have done, which I'm glad they did. A friend of mine, the Mount Vernon kid, he was pissed off about it, just like I was, but he took it in a good way. He looked at the positives and the negatives. Ass Kicker did the same thing. A lot of other people are doing that. Guys, all I'm saying is, let's just wait and see what happens. If Disney does do that to the comics, if they do take the comics and they water them down and they make them all kitty-like, then yeah, there's gonna be hell to pay. I'm gonna be like first in line to curse them out and shit. I'm gonna be sending letters and all type of stuff. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Disney is a business. They're not stupid. They know that Marvel has been successful for a reason, okay? Because they appeal to a certain crowd. And this could probably whip Marvel into shape, because let's face it, Marvel, ever since they went bankrupt people don't remember this. Marvel went bankrupt in the 90s. They were almost out of business, while DC was still going strong. Let's remember that, okay? Now, this could whip Marvel into shape. 5,000 characters, guys. Come on. Marvel has 5,000 characters. Imagine the possibilities. More exposures for characters a lot of people don't know. My favorite Marvel character is Luke Cage. I love Luke Cage. But I don't think he gets enough exposure. And he doesn't get enough respect in the Marvel Universe. Another Marvel character I like. There's a ton of them I like that don't get enough respect in Marvel. Come on, 5,000 characters. And how many can we name, people? Probably like 2 to 300. Come on now. You got to think about that for a minute.